Hey everybody, so this is just a follow-up right after that last video about the products, and this one will just be about different tools that I use for my hair and why I use them. So I'll start off with what I'm about to use right now, which is this simple barrette. I actually use barrettes over rubber bands because rubber bands, the friction, the rubber wrap tightly around your hair strand, your hair will break right where that sits. Especially when you put them closer to your scalp. I don't really like to get in the habit of that because, like I said, your hair will break right where it sits, and if whatever you're using to tie your hair up is too tight, it's just going to cause tension on your strand. It's going to cause tension on your scalp, which is why I use satin hair ties instead of a regular scrunchie or a regular, what am I doing? A regular thin hair tie. It's just too much stress. And you'll notice a lot of girls that wear ponytails, low ponytails with rubber bands or with regular hair ties. Their hair is usually broken off along the nape of their neck because right where the hair meets the hair tie, it will start to break. And if you have a lot of breakage along the nape of your neck, it might be due to you wearing low ponytails and your hair tie being too tight. Same thing with girls that wear ponytails very high. They'll have a lot of breakage around that area where the hair goes into or where the hair tie sits on the hair. So don't like that. Scarves are always going to be silk or satin. Can't get enough of them. Don't use anything cotton. Cotton absorbs the moisture out of your hair. Cotton pillowcases do the very same thing. I wanted to make a note that I see a lot of little girls that they may be too young to wear a scarf, around their head, which I understand. You don't want the scarf around their head. It might slide down and be around their neck. However, try investing in a satin pillowcase because there's no reason, because I just see too many little girls that have their edges, they're all dried out and they're practically gone. And it's probably because they're getting dried out when they go to sleep. So there's that, or I use a bonnet. If I don't feel like doing any of those things, I'll always use a bonnet. It's the quickest thing. You just throw it on and you keep it moving. Combs. As you guys know, wire tooth combs, always. I already don't comb my hair every day. I'll comb my hair maybe every other day, if I comb it at all throughout the week. It's just not necessary, especially if I'm wearing a style like this. Like I said in the other videos, you don't have anything to prove. I don't need to prove to anybody that I can comb my hair. I just don't. A lot of the times when people have breakage, it's because they're combing their hair too much. If you get more in the habit of detangling your hair with your fingers first, like this, just separating it apart, you really don't need to use the comb. But if you're constantly taking the comb and pulling it through your hair, like this comb is stopping right here. It's resisting me right now. Now, if I pull this comb the rest of the way through, I'm just going to snap off hairs where I could have just worked at it from the ends and worked my way up, and I would have saved myself a lot of breakage. But if you're combing your hair every single day, then you're going to be breaking unnecessary strands every single day. And over the course of times, things add up, and that's why a lot of people get really frustrated with their hair because, like, I don't know why, but I'm not doing anything to my hair, but it's just always breaking and blah, 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 blah. No, you are doing something to your hair. You're combing it too much. You're just doing too much to it. So don't comb my hair every day. I don't run my fingers through my hair all the time. I definitely don't let nobody else just run their fingers through my hair. Like, that's not necessary. I don't have anything to prove to you. So, no, don't do that. The brushes I'll only use when I'm just trying to lay my edges down. It's not anything that I use every day. It's just that once a week thing when I originally go to lay my edges down before I tie it up. And it'll always be something soft like this, nothing hard. The bristles need to be soft. As soft as, bristles can be. The only other time I use a brush is if I'm blow drying my roots and I use a Denman brush. I don't like to use paddle brushes because they have those bulbs at the end of, they'll have those, those little bulby things that are at the ends. I don't like those because they start to peel up. And wherever they start to peel up, your hair can get caught in those when you're using it to brush your hair, and it'll snap it off. And that was the other reason I was saying that I don't like to put my fingers through my hair all the time, and especially let other people touch my hair, is because when you have hangnails or chipped nails and you're running and you're touching your hair all the time, your hair can get caught in those hangnails and in those tip nails, and it'll break. And so that might be another reason why you're experiencing breakage, is because you are literally just touching your hair too much, or you let other people play in your hair. And don't do that, because unless it's somebody that you know and love and trust. And I say love and trust because there's a difference between someone who loves you and wants to do your hair versus somebody who wants your money and they're doing your hair. So, yeah, people just shouldn't be in your hair like that. People just shouldn't be touching you, period. Especially not your hair. What else? What else? What else? And that's pretty much it. I don't really use too much other stuff in my hair. Bobby pins I don't really like to use like that, because the same thing like with the bulbs, those little bulbs have to get bobby pins. You can use bobby pins, but I prefer to use jumbo bobby pins. Let me go find one, I'll show you. Okay. I'm going to get a regular bobby pin, and I'm going to get a jumbo bobby pin. Perfect. I like my bobby pin purse, even though it's a change purse, but I put bobby pins in. Okay, a regular bobby pin. It's like this. It has these little ridges on the top. Don't like those ridges because they, I don't know, when they rub up against my hair, something about it I just don't like. And then also, these little bulbs start to peel up after a while. And if I try hard enough, which I just did, ding, see that? Hold on. Okay, see how it's peeling a little bit? Your hair will get caught in that. Matter of fact, just to prove, I'm going to slide this along this wig. I want to see if I can catch a hair strand. I tried. But this wig was made pretty good by me. So anyway, but with your regular hair gets caught in it, and when you go to pull out, it hurts. The moment a bobby pin starts to do that, you need to throw it away. It is now useless. You can't put it back in your hair with that piece peeling, because it's always going to pull your hair out when you take it out your hair. And when the piece is gone, you certainly can't put it in your hair, because at that point it's just a piece of metal with a sharp, jagged edge that's going to cut through your hair or scratch your scalp. I like to use these jumbo bobby pins. And I like to use the colored ones. The jumbo bobby pins, whatever coating of this artificial color, it coats over the bulb so the bulb doesn't peel. It just kind of stays the way it is. And then even with that, I like to stretch them out a little bit. Like that. So that when I put them in my hair, there's no real stress or tension. I can put it in, I can take it out. There's no resistance, there's no friction, there's no pull, there's no any of that. It's just, it's simple. And that's pretty much it. The less you manipulate your hair, the less it'll break. The faster, not the faster, but the less it'll break and the healthier it will grow. Like I said, I'm trying to get out of common phrases like, oh, it'll grow faster. It won't grow faster, it'll just grow healthier, and you'll see, you'll maintain more of your length because you're not counteracting what you're doing to make it grow out longer. So that is pretty much it. Things that I don't like to use in my hair are like, I don't know, I think I pretty much named it. I mean, there's nothing else that I really just let sit in my hair. I don't like clips and things in my hair overnight. Like, these are fine because it's just plastic, and I know that there's no real tension. There's nothing that it's doing to really hurt my hair strand. But like, any other type of clips or things that clamp down, I just don't like them to sit in my hair overnight. That's just something for, did I put oil in my hand already? Yes. That's just something for styling purposes throughout the day. Those circular, oh my God, this is just, I'm going to make this statement for my little cousin. You know who you are, little girl. Those circular elastic headbands, half of the reason that a lot of these little girls don't have hair along here and along the nape of their neck is because they're wearing those circular headbands that sit right there. And when you wear those things, Those things are made of cotton. That is cotton sitting on your hair, on your afro textured hair, which is naturally already dry by nature anyway. They're sitting on your hair and they'll break your hair off right where they sit. So if you wear them all the time, you won't have hair along the edges. It's as simple as that. If you wear them all the time, you will not have hair along the edges. If you wear them all the time, you will not have hair along the edges. If you wear them all the time, you won't have hair along the edges. You won't. It will surely break off. It will happen. You've seen it happen. It's going to happen. So get out of that habit. Find other ways to wear your hair other than, resting that hairband on. Maybe instead of the hairband, maybe you could find, I don't know, a scarf or something. Anything other than those. And if you're going to do those, let it be once in a while. Don't do the same thing. Don't let the same bad things sit on your hair every single day all the time. You won't have any hair. So that's it for the stuff I use, stuff I don't use. If I think of anything else, I'll mention it in another video. I'm going to go wash my hair now, and thank you guys for watching. See you later.